The Zalathi delegation had seen many wonders across the galaxy, but nothing quite prepared them for Earth's interspecies friendship exhibition. Ambassador Vrixna's feathers fluffed with delight as she observed the human children playing with their pets. "Oh, how adorable!" she trilled, her four eyes focusing on a golden-furred creature. "What do you call this harmless little thing?" "That's a golden retriever," Dr. James Park explained, smiling. "One of our most gentle breeds of dog." Vrixna extended a delicate tentacle to pet the dog, cooing at its soft fur and wagging tail. Around the exhibition, her delegation spread out, marveling at Earth's creatures. On their homeworld, animals were either food or threats. The concept of keeping predators for companionship was novel. "And this striped beauty?" Cultural attaché Zeklor asked, approaching a lounging orange tabby. "Common house cat," a volunteer answered. "Very friendly." The Zalathi were enchanted. These Earth creatures seemed designed for cuteness, fluffy, soft, with large eyes and playful demeanors. Nothing like the armored, venomous fauna of their world. Within hours, they were discussing importing Earth animals as luxury pets for Zalathi children. "Your world is paradise," Vrixna declared. "Such gentle creatures. No wonder humans are so peaceful. Evolution blessed you with companions, not competitors." Dr. Park's smile grew strained. "Well, I wouldn't say." "Minister Koldash found the rabbit hutch," Zeklor interrupted excitedly. The elderly Zalathi minister was indeed cooing over the rabbits, his ceremonial cape dragging near the enclosure. One particularly fluffy white rabbit hopped closer, nose twitching adorably. "See how it approaches?" Koldash exclaimed. "It seeks friendship. On Zalath, anything approaching an unknown species intends to— Ah!" The rabbit, apparently offended by the cape's proximity to its territory, had latched onto the fabric with its teeth and was thrashing violently. The harmless herbivore's powerful hind legs kicked with surprising force, shredding the ceremonial garment. "Get it off! Get it off!" Koldash shrieked, his dignified composure shattered. As Dr. Park rushed to help, a commotion erupted from the cat area. Zeklor had attempted to pick up the tabby, which, in typical cat fashion, had decided it was done being social. The alien's four arms were now decorated with parallel scratch marks, green blood seeping through. "It attacked me," Zeklor gasped, "without warning. I thought you said it was friendly." "Cats are friendly on their own terms," the volunteer explained weakly. A piercing whistle came from the exotic bird section. The delegation's youngest member, Apprentice Yixil, stood frozen as a cockatoo screamed directly into his auditory membranes, wings spread in a threat display that would make a Zalathi war beast proud. "Why is it angry?" Yixil whimpered. "I only wanted to touch its crest." "Yeah, they don't like that," someone offered helpfully. But the worst was yet to come. Vrixna, trying to maintain diplomatic composure despite the chaos, noticed a small, adorable creature in a special enclosure. Black and white stripes, fluffy tail, waddling gait, it was irresistible. "At least this one is safely contained," she said, approaching the glass. "What is this charming—" "Ma'am, no!" Dr. Park shouted, but too late. Vrixna had opened what she thought was a viewing panel, but was actually a feeding slot. The skunk, feeling cornered, did what skunks do. The evacuation of Exhibition Hall B broke several records. The hazmat team later described the smell as weaponized. Vrixna spent 3 days in decontamination. Her prestigious feathers temporarily dyed an unfortunate yellow-green. "I don't understand," she wheezed during the medical debriefing. "They seemed so harmless." Dr. Park, trying not to laugh, pulled up his tablet. "Ambassador, would you like to see the actual statistics?" Dogs bite 4.5 million people annually. Cats send 400,000 people to emergency rooms. Rabbits can kick with force equivalent to a small hammer. And skunks, well, you experience that. But they're so fluffy. Evolution is funny that way. Everything on Earth is trying to survive. Cute is just another survival strategy. Makes you let your guard down. Vrixna stared at the human. Your children play with these creatures? Oh yes, builds character, also immune systems. The Zolothi delegation left Earth with a new understanding. Humans weren't peaceful because their world was gentle. They were peaceful because they'd learned to coexist with creatures that could switch from cuddly to combat in 0.3 seconds. No wonder they're so resilient, Vrixna muttered, still smelling faintly of skunk despite multiple treatments. They practiced diplomacy with their pets. The official report to the Zolothi High Council was brief. Earth animals approach with extreme caution. Cuteness is camouflage. Humans are insane. Humanity's reputation as dangerous apex predators spread further across the galaxy, not because of their weapons or technology, but because they willingly shared their homes with creatures that bit, scratched, sprayed, and kicked, and called it love.